All right, I'm back at Patriot Harley Davidson. My Del Mar is getting a service recall on it. I'm giving a Patriot an opportunity to redeem themselves after the last time I test rode the Mulholland. I'm a little agitated. I was under the impression that I was going to get like an hour with the bike. The battery's at like 7%. All right, so it's in turtle mode, so we need to put it on a charger just so I can feel the power output, because right now it's... And they've agreed to let me test ride the Mulholland without someone coming with me. I'm gonna get an extended ride on the Mulholland to really see what it's like. I've had a lot of questions about the Mulholland recently, and so I wanted to formulate a better opinion, even though I think it's a great bike. Alright, so Patriot Harley Davidson is redeeming themselves. I now have the bike unlimited. I don't have to ride with anybody. So I've got 40 minutes to ride the bike completely on my own. Oh damn, looks like somebody already smashed this mirror. Bike's at 35%, so still not great, but it's definitely better than nothing. All right, so we're going to do something that I didn't get to do the last time I test rode the Mulholland, which is put the bike in chicane mode. And to put the bike in chicane mode, you put it in sport mode. You have to be at a stop. You hold down the mode button, and that puts it in chicane mode, which is so much fun to ride. If it's anything like track mode on the Del Mar, all the safety modes have been disabled. It's so much fun to ride. I don't really know where I'm going. This way looks to be more fun. I wanted to take this opportunity to really talk about, if you're in the market for a LiveWire, which one should you buy? Now, obviously, I am heavily biased towards buying LiveWire. I think they're a fantastic company. They really stand behind their product. They make really high quality motorcycles. To me, they are the industry leader in electric motorcycles. I know that all my buddies that have Zeros and Energicas, they're probably yelling at their screen right now how their bikes are better. And to be honest, I think everybody, for the most part, that owns an electric bike of different brands, obviously they think that their brand is the best, and they all have reasons to say that. But as far as build quality and quality of the bike whenever you get on it, it's just so much better in my opinion on LiveWire. I'm gonna turn right here to try to help you pick, okay, which one is it that you really want to get. Let's talk about the LiveWire One. Fantastic motorcycle. It is still the halo product for LiveWire. It has the largest battery, longest range, the fastest charging, but it's also 5 years old. And it's still rocking. There's nothing wrong with it, but the technology, it's I don't want to say it's starting to show its age, because it's not. Maybe the tech integration is starting to show its age. But I would imagine, even though the LiveWire One still has the best thermal management out of any motorcycle on the market currently, I would say that in the next 1 to 2 years, you're going to start to see electric motorcycles that are coming out that are DC-FC capable, that have better charging, they have better thermal management, like we see with the Can-Am, the Origin, and the Pulse. It's got liquid cooling on the battery, which is kind of a first for electric motorcycles, where the battery is cooled. Obviously with LiveWire, and the motors are liquid cooled. As far as I'm aware, the Can-Am is the first one that have liquid cooling on the battery itself, which is really good for managing charging speeds and managing life of the battery over time. But the LiveWire One, it is still like the most premium riding experience. You know, when you look at the LiveWire One, it looks like a legit motorcycle. It's bigger than the Del Mar and the Mulholland. It has a more classic look as a motorcycle. You know, I think the LiveWire One blends in better as a motorcycle. You park the LiveWire One next to other motorcycles, people are going to really tell initially that it's an electric. Not to say that that's how it is with the Del Mar and the Mulholland, but it's just the LiveWire One has a more classic motorcycle look. So if you're looking for a much more classic motorcycle look. Obviously the LiveWire One is going to be the one that you want. If you want the fastest charging, and you have level 3 DCFC charging in your area, then that's the one that you would want to pick. You know, the biggest downside to the LiveWire One, in my opinion, is lack of official accessories from LiveWire. There's no storage opportunities apart from a tank bag. You know, I have my own accessories that I make for the LiveWire One, but it's more for like adventure type kind of riders. You know, I have a tail delete kit, I've got a windshield. You know, I would be very shocked. I would be happy, but I'd be very shocked if LiveWire came out with storage accessories for the LiveWire One at this point. I'm very surprised that LiveWire came out with the 4-inch screen recently. I had no idea that was coming, which is good because it helps replace the touch screen. Depending on the environment that you live in, the screen can delaminate. And so with them replacing with the TFT screen, very good on LiveWire for doing that. The LiveWire One, it rides like a Cadillac. It's smooth, it's responsive. On the S2 platform, once you hit about 9, 10, 11% battery, you go into turtle mode, so it reduces power output a little bit. On the LiveWire One, you don't have that at all. The LiveWire One, it pulls the same amount of power, torque, acceleration from 100% all the way to 0% battery. It's going to be the same no matter what percentage you're at. You know, for some people that might be more appealing to be able to have that amount of power all the time. Now, that doesn't say that it's unsafe to ride the S2 in turtle mode. It's fine, but you're not going to have that full power output. You know, with the LiveWire One, if you're predominantly going to be charging from home, it's going to take longer to charge it than it would in S2 Del Mar or Mulholland. You know, to charge the LiveWire One, you're looking at 10 to 12 hours at home to charge it. So if you have to use it more, or in a quick amount of time, if you have a quicker turnaround, it may not be the best thing. Whereas with the Mulholland and the Del Mar, 6 to 8 hours to recharge it at home. Now let's talk about the S2 platform. I think that if you are predominantly going to be riding in a city environment, a suburban environment, if you are never going to leave the paved road, with a few exceptions, then I would get the Mulholland. The Mulholland gets better city range than the Del Mar does. So if you're only going to be in the city area, you're really not going to leave the outskirts, you're not going to do these huge commutes, then I would get the Mulholland, obviously the Del Mar. If you have ever ridden by a gravel road or any road, and you look down it and you thought to yourself, I wonder where that goes, then I would absolutely get the Del Mar. The Del Mar, out of the box, you don't have to do anything to it. You can ride it in the city. You can ride it on gravel roads. You can ride it on dirt roads. You can ride it pretty much anywhere as far as terrain is concerned that you couldn't do with a Mulholland or a LiveWire One. I mean, you obviously could, but you're probably not going to have a very good experience as far as ergonomics goes. The way that I look at the 3 models from LiveWire is this. The Del Mar is your best all-around electric motorcycle. It gives you the best of what the LiveWire One and the Mulholland can do. Plus, you can go pretty much anywhere with it without having to make any changes or modifications to it. So to me, and I said it the first time I rode the Del Mar, which is this feels like a fun assault vehicle. So if you just wanted to go out and have fun no matter where, then get the Del Mar. If you're looking to have a fun time and just like cruise, like you're not trying to go fast, you're not trying to go far, you're just trying to get out of the house, you know, get out of your apartment, and you just want to go and cruise around and just enjoy riding, then I would get the Mulholland. If you're trying to get the most range and you want to charge the fastest, if you're trying to cover the most ground, then get the LiveWire One. You know, we can talk about ergonomics and stuff like that, but to be honest, ergonomics can be changed. You can buy bar risers. You can adjust the foot position a little bit. On the LiveWire One, there's a few mounting options that you could use. It's nothing that's official. I mean, I think the Mulholland is great for someone that you just want to take the bike out on a Sunday afternoon. Trust me, if I had the supportive income to buy a third motorcycle, I would absolutely buy the Mulholland just for that reason. You know, I would buy the passenger seat for it. I'm gonna turn around. I would buy the passenger seat for it, and when the day is pretty, I would just go cruise, man. That's all I would do. I wouldn't try to do anything crazy on it. I wouldn't try to go up a mountain or go over trees and stuff like I do on all my other videos. I would just straight up just ride it, man. So to me, I'm gonna leave it with this. I'm gonna leave you with the words, the immediate words that popped in my head the first time I rode each of LiveWire's motorcycles. The first time I rode the Mulholland doesn't count because I was really irritated, but okay, the first word that came to my mind whenever I rode the LiveWire One was premium. It is such a premium bike, and that's not to say that the Del Mar and the Mulholland are not, because they're made from the same manufacturer. But as far as the aesthetics, the ergonomics, the look, the feel, the charging, the whole experience of riding the LiveWire One, it is a premium motorcycle. And I will always love the LiveWire One. The first thought that came to my head when I rode the Del Mar was, I want to do hood rat shit. It is such a fun bike to ride. If your goal when you go out and ride is to like rip, tear, have fun, like shred the town, shred the trails, you know, your entire goal is to get that adrenaline rush, to get a high of excitement, maybe a little bit of danger, then get the Del Mar. The first thought that I had whenever I got the Mulholland or got on the Mulholland was, I want to go buy a can of Arizona iced tea, and I just want to like cruise around, relax, and just let my brain just melt away. And that's probably the best way that I can describe each bike. If you want the best, I don't want to say the best experience, because if you get the LiveWire One, you're giving up some of that really nice integrated tech, like the screen, and obviously you don't have level 2 charging and stuff. But I think the LiveWire One is a great motorcycle that's electric. The S2 platform, the Mulholland, the Del Mar are great electric motorcycles. The LiveWire One, it was trying to kind of bridge the gap between electrics and gas bikes, whereas the Mulholland and the Del Mar, like, they fully own that they are electric motorcycles. The Mulholland, you've got these exposed wires that serve no functional purpose, but it just reinforces that, hey, this is an electric motorcycle. But yeah, so when people ask me what motorcycle they should get, my first answer to them, or my first question to them, is, what's the experience that you're trying to get? What's the adventure that you want to have? What's the kind of ride that you're wanting to get? Because when people start looking at motorcycles, whether that's your first, your second, your third, or 20th motorcycle, you have this experience in your mind that you're trying to attain, and you're looking for the tool, the motorcycle, that's going to get you that experience. They have a really good offering, because the Del Mar and the Mulholland, in my opinion, they both offer completely different riding experiences. If I had no intent of riding off-road, I would 1,000% get the Mulholland. 1,000%. It is built for that. It's got a smaller rear wheel. It's got a massive front travel in the forks. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Yeah, man. I mean, just me riding down this highway, like, I just want to cruise. That's all. I just want to relax. It's got a comfortable riding position. The ergos are very relaxing. Like, I don't feel aggressive like I do in the LiveWire One. The LiveWire One, it's a more forward-leaning seating position, whereas with this, like, I'm like leaning back, and my arms are comfortable. The handlebars are at a comfortable position. The handlebars are closer in. Yeah, I don't want to do hood rat shit on the Mulholland. I want to do like relaxing rides. If it wouldn't piss off my wife, I would buy the Mulholland now. But I think for me, 2 motorcycles is already enough. And I'm pulling into the dealership now. I really hope that this helps out people that are on the fence. If I were in your shoes, meaning that I hadn't bought any electric motorcycle yet, and I was looking at only what LiveWire offered, which is what I would highly recommend, I feel you, man. That's a really hard decision. Not a decision that I would want to make. All I can say is that if you decide to go LiveWire, you're not going to be disappointed. They're a great company. They help out their riders. Right now my bike's got a safety recall. They're very quick, or as quick as they can be, in correcting. If they make a mistake, they're quick in correcting it. The LiveWire One came out 5 years ago, and they're replacing the screens now, like a completely different screen offering replacement. I don't know if any other company that would do that. They have a model that is essentially on its way out as far as being a flagship. I don't think the LiveWire One's going to be a flagship for too much longer, to be honest. And I'm not going off of things that I see just based on time. You know, most companies, 5 to 7 years, that's kind of the average for a flagship model to kind of stick around for the most part. But for them to come out and replace the screens on the LiveWire One now, I mean, I think it just kind of goes to show like how committed they are to supporting their bikes and supporting their riders and stuff. And obviously not everybody's going to be happy with them. You know, you can't please everybody. I don't think you can go wrong with picking any of the models. You just got to pick the bike that supports what you want to do the most, where you're riding, and you can't go wrong with LiveWire. Okay, so I only wrecked it a couple times.
Did you go off-road this time?
Huh?
Did you go off-road?
I mean, that's my style. You know, that's what I do. I tell you what, man. You know, certain bikes, when you ride them, like they give you like an immediate thought. When I rode the Del Mar, my first thought was I want to do hood rat shit. Like I want to go fuck stuff up. And then like with this bike, like you know that TikTok that blew up over COVID, it was the dude. He was drinking ocean ice spray, the tea, and he's just like fucking vibing. Like that's what the Mulholland does. It's like I just want to like grab an Arizona iced tea, just like chill out, just ride, you know, enjoy the vibes.